Good morning, everyone. Oh, it is officially Monday morning, and I am 24 weeks pregnant. Can you believe it? 24 weeks. Yeah, I thought I'd actually do a vlog today randomly. I thought last night, so you know what? I'm going to take you all. Everyone who watches, on a typical day of mine. I thought, you know what, let's just do a little day in the life of a pregnant, 24-week pregnant with twins gal, and that's me. Yeah, I just thought, you know what, because I always say, like, if anyone knew what I got up to in a day, like being a fly on the wall. Yeah, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to show you guys what I get up to in a day. It's not every day I do this, but we have certain schedules. I have certain commitments. I have certain days off. I listen to my body, but probably about 2 or 3 of the days of the week, I am like jam-packed. And today is one of them. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to film, pack it up a little bit more to take you with me. But let you guys know what I get up to and how much effort it is doing my normal day carrying twins. So yeah, but this weekend I did have my 24-week scan. It was an additional one. Apparently it was the cut-off point. I say 24 weeks, it was 23 weeks last week. But it was a cut-off point really that they normally do for twin 4D scans. So I only had literally, I actually provisionally booked it. I booked it at the beginning of last week, and then she messaged me saying, but with twins we say only up to 22 weeks because they move too much and they like cramp, they hide too much after 22 weeks. So I was like, oh, okay then, that's nice to know. And I was like, so have I missed it? She was like, no, they should be all right, but let's try and do this week. So I said, okay. So I came in on Saturday, and I managed to get some photos and videos of our girl. She played ball, but our boy was hiding right behind the head of the girl, so we couldn't get any photos of him. We got a side profile, which was gorgeous, but I still was like, oh, I just want to see his face. So she said, you know what, just come in tomorrow evening, like 6ish. They probably would have moved by then because maybe night time. Yeah, then just might be in a bit of a different position. And they were. We went last night, and we got the best footage, guys. Oh my God. Literally, and I now have a screensaver of them both on my phone, which I can see them all the time. They're cute little faces. Dave and I got both both got really emotional seeing them, and it was just so nice that the second day both of them were seen. We got 2 really close photos, and they look very similar. Little differences. There was an 8% discrepancy, something like 8% discrepancy, something like that, which is what is quite normal for twins, but they say it goes up to 20% in non-identical twins. So they are quite similar in features, but I thought, you know what, that's so cute. If they're similar, it's just even cuter. So yes, it's now Monday morning. I'm now officially 24 weeks. I am very hungry, but I need to get in some stretches. So I'm going to do my stretches first. So I'll show you my morning stretches. I need to get ready. Then I'll have my breakfast. Then when 9 o'clock we have an appointment at the Prue, which is our main hospital in the Oasis Birth Centre. We have so many appointments, guys. I don't know if anyone else is on the pregnancy journey, but you've got like midwife appointments, you've got obstetric, I can still never say the word, appointments, you've got scan appointments, you've got consultant appointments. I literally don't even know what one this one is. It's just said just be at the Prue at 9 o'clock, so that's what we're doing. But I've not been to the Prue yet. I've not been to the Oasis Birth Centre yet. The only time I went there was when I helped my cousin give birth and my sister-in-law give birth. So it'd be nice to go back there. I think it might be a bit of a like showing around. This is what would happen if you do come into hospital. Obviously I have to speak to them about, well, if I want to do it at home, what's the options there? Is that still possible? Just to make sure it's still on board. The other thing is, yeah, it's basically I've got towards the end, they've got to be in good positions, etc., for it to be a home birth, which I know that. So we'll see what this appointment is about, guys. But we haven't got long. I've got like an hour and a bit to literally change, shower, do some stretches, and get to the appointment. So let's go. This is my stretch outfit. This is my bump update in the mornings. Hello, hello, hello. He is at the top and she is at the bottom, so I am fully out in all areas. But these, I don't fit into any of my gym stuff, so I've had to buy new ones. But you know, this is what bumps looking like in the morning. It's definitely, it's more tight, but I'm guessing this is just going to be tight now and just keep getting more tight. But it's not as uncomfortable. I feel like I'm growing into the bump quite well, and I feel like I'm carrying them quite well. Again, I need them to stretch out because he's quite up here. He's definitely like where my stomach and ribs are. So I want him to grow outwards, which he's starting to, as you can see. Look, so my ribs are here and he's growing outwards now. So, which is good because we need out so then I don't get crushed. All right, let's get my ball. This is my new ball. Oh, so I need to do some hip rotations and then I'll just do like a little 12-minute morning stretch. That's all I'll do because I don't have a lot of time. But if I had more time, I would be doing a longer yoga / stretch as well. But just to get the body moving, because the calves have been going into cramp, guys. They've been cramping. Anyone else suffered with cramping? It's happened twice now. Is it twice? 3 times. 3 times I've had three times of calf cramping. And yeah, it just says about dehydration. What else? Dehydration, stretching, legs above the head, making sure, obviously you're drinking a lot of water, making sure you're drinking enough electrolytes. But dehydration can cause it. I'm not sure what else will. I think it's just normal pregnancy symptom, but with twins it's more expected as well because blood flow. So getting the blood flow is stretching in the mornings, guys. Stretch is done. It's already 8:30 and my appointment was at 9, so I'm starving. So I've decided to eat some breakfast. I've been going for fruit and nut brown flakes because I'm trying to keep the digestion. That used to help me go back in the day when I used to eat it. And cereal's still a thing. I'm loving cereal in the morning. Not that I don't think it's a craving, but just like I'm so thirsty, so anything with like water. If I had more time, I probably would have made porridge because I did fancy that this morning, like at 5 a.m. when I was thinking about what I'm going to have for breakfast. But right now we don't have time, so I'm going to do fruit and nut with some milk, some organic milk, and then literally just chuck on a jumper and go. So I'm just waiting for David to get back to the gym. And then I'll have a shower when I get back from the appointment because I've got until 1 o'clock until my next appointment, which I'm going into Bromley. And I'm going to show you why, because I'm so excited to show you this news because I don't think I've even shared it. But yeah, there's some exciting news and I've got an appointment and I'm going to take you guys with me. So let's get some breakfast in the belly. Good morning, Gino. Right, let me eat this. got the hubby. We are on the way to the Oasis Birth Centre. So we have no clue what we're in for, do we? We don't know what the appointment is, like always. But we're turning up. Do you know where you're going?
Yes, we are going to the hospital.
This is Roya.
Can I get a picture of me? Should be the model. Vogue.
I'm literally wearing the same outfit the other day, but I don't get it. Got the new ones on though. My little slip-on Uggs.
Oh, I should have bought my matching Uggs.
Oh, right, let's go. It's like Zen music. This is quite nice. Oh my goodness. Oh, so I've literally just had a bath. I'm about to get ready. It is, what's the time? What's the time? 11:30, I think. But I thought while I'm getting ready, I will update you of what the actual appointment was, which I did think it was that, because I was like, why is it in the birth suite, Oasis Birth Centre? It was because it's all about birth. No. So yeah, we basically had probably about an hour and a half chat, I reckon it was, with, I think she was like the consultant about the birth. She just wanted to like know where I'm at, like what it is that, you know, I'm planning. She knew that I was opting for, well, is it opting in, or originally speaking about having a home birth. So she knew about that. So she was like, obviously, you know, the risks, and she sort of went through everything. And she just wanted to know a bit more about like how I saw the birth and what I, you know, my values and what, you know, literally she just wanted to know a lot about what was going on in my head, so then they can be on board with me, which is really good. So yeah, they did say about how home births took a decline after COVID because they stopped doing it, but then now they're on a uprising. But again, not many twin births. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, David was on the phone. Yeah, obviously not many people having their first child, especially being twins, opts for a home birth. So she did again mention that, but I knew that already anyways. But she did say, look, it is possible. We know we want to do what you want, like, and that's like, if that's a priority for you and everything's looking good, we want to make that happen for you. So, you know, that was really good to hear. Obviously, I've got to take that with a pinch of salt, because we know, well, I've heard from another private midwife that even if everything does look good, they might just be like, oh no, we don't have a team to send to your home. So she did say, like, you know, we would like the Oasis Birth Centre to be your second option, or your plan B. And to be fair, when I was there, I was really surprised, pleasantly surprised. And I had no problem. Like, I didn't feel any resistance to having that as a alternative if they don't have a team for me, because at the end of the day, we can't stress out. What will be will be. And I did tell her that. I was like, look, this is ideally what I want. If everything looks good, everything goes smoothly, this is my ideal. And then she was like saying about, okay, if things don't do this, we need to make a plan for, you know, okay, right, this is what mum wants if this happens, or this happens, that happens, this happens. So we had to go through all the scenarios, which actually was quite good, because I think for David, he also wanted to know what the options were if something does go not to plan, which I know in birth that does happen. So yeah, I think for his peace of mind to know, like, what is it we're looking out for, any signs and everything. And she was literally just saying like the main concern with twin pregnancies, twin births, are twin 2. So all can be well and good with twin 1 because, you know, she's down there, she'll be engaged for a while, she'll be used to the pelvis opening, and she's going to do all that work. But then as soon as she's born, twin B, she said about there's not many midwives with the home team. It's just a little bit different. It's more of like a community midwife. I don't know. She was kind of explaining like the real specialists and like everyone who is like fully trained and everything will be in the birthing suite or in the labour ward. So she's just a bit more concerned of like about, she said with twin 2, if there's any signs like there's so much space and he's not engaging or he's not getting head down, there's certain things that they can do. They do 3 contractions of like getting them in position or something. She said it is quite uncomfortable, but it just helps baby stay in position rather than, because there'll be so much room where he's not used to, then suddenly he might be like, and not know what he's doing. So, and I get it, like, you know, they're used to seeing these things. And so it is just saying about like the training and trusting, you know, that the midwives may or may not have that training, but for home team. But I'm like, at the end of the day, I've been watching so many births, twin birth, home births, and I'm like, if that's the direction, if that's what's going to happen, it's going to happen. And if there's anything that's complicated, say like twin 2's breech, and they don't have breech training, like I did ask, I said like, one of the consultants did say they're going to get a good team. If they're going to do a home birth for me, they're going to get a good team that know breech twin, but it's not guaranteed because of who's on call that day, which I get. So there's all these things to think about. But at the end of the day, I was like, my birth's already happened. I was just saying, my birth's already happened. It's happened on another timeline. It's going to go the way it's going to go, whether or not we control it or not. So I'd rather just go with it and trust my body, trust my babies, trust the process. And at the end of the day, I said, look, I'm all about like, I would rather, if it's all precautionary, I don't need precautionary, like any fear of precautionary, oh, we have to do this because this could happen, because there'll be a million scenarios. They'll put me in C-section because of precautionary, which most twin births do. They go C-section because of precaution. I'm not in that mindset. I said, look, I trust my body more than I trust precaution and worry about that. Like, what will be, will be. It's already happened. It's part of my destiny, how these babies are born. If they're meant to be born in the hospital, they're going to be born in the hospital. Meant to be born C-section, they're going to be born C-section. If they're meant to be born at home, they're going to be born at home. It's already happened. So she was like, God, it's a really good mindset to have. So I'm really surrendered to it. At the same time, I know what I want, but it's not all about what you want these days, is it? So it's more about communicating and telling them what you would ideally want, and then letting nature do its course. Because if these babies aren't in good positions, like I'm not going to go for a home birth if twin 1 is not in position and she's in breech, because that will put myself, my body into stress, her into stress, and we don't want that. So I'm not going to be silly. So I just explained like where I'm at. I'm flexible, but I know what I want. And if it is at home, I sort of talked about like, you know, I don't want any unnecessary interventions or fingers going anywhere or sweeps or anything like that. I want to be left with my body doing its thing, and then checkups if needed. Like if I feel like, oh, can you just check heartbeat? I mean, I'm not probably going to be in that state to be able to do it. I just feel like I just really want to trust nature's process. And obviously they're going to have to do a certain amount of checkup. But at the same time, they said ideally they want to be monitoring me 24/7, like on a full monitor, tracking both babies. And if I wanted a water birth, then the only place I can do that is up in King's, because they've got a waterproof machine that can track all the time. But I'm like, when I feel into my birth, I'm not being monitored all the time. I really am in that, just trusting my body and trusting my baby. So I did say to them, look, all these scenarios, what happens preterm, I'm going to go in, like, because their babies might need that extra support. Anything below 36 weeks, from 36 to 37 weeks, that's when they hope the twins come anyways, because that's the guidelines. If they don't come by 37 weeks, they're going to induce you. Obviously, she goes, I already feel like I know what you're going to say about induction. She gave me this alternative, which I'm going to look into, a non-hormonal induction, which is interesting. So it's like I don't know what it is. I need to look into it. She did explain it. She said she's going to send me the details so I can look into it a bit more. But it's the one, because she says so many people come in and they say they don't want the inductions because of the hormones, and it can be too much for the babies and stuff like that. And I don't want to force anything. Like, babies come and babies come. So I said, look, I will be open to, at the end of 37 weeks, beginning of 38 weeks, if babies haven't come, I will look into that as a potential. But I need to look into the research first about this non-hormonal induction. But apparently they do something to help the process naturally. Is it naturally? I don't know. I need to look it up. So, but it did sound good. So I was like, okay, well, it feels okay in my body, what you're telling me. So if they don't come naturally before 37 weeks, 38 weeks, then yes, I will look into that. And that could be a possibility. And then they said, worst case scenario, I said, that doesn't work. Because basically I said, if they don't come by 40 weeks, I'm having a C-section, because I'm not going to be wanting to be waddling around going over full term. So I did say, look, but then she gave me that alternative. She said that there's this that you don't, we could do before you go for a C-section. I was like, okay, yeah. So that's quite good that I didn't have to do all or nothing, which was, I quite like that recommendation. And she basically said, yeah, it's like it gives you another like sort of 24 hours for things to get moving, 12 hours or something for things to get moving, and to still deliver them vaginally without epidural, because I know with inductions I was like, I now have to get the epidural, and then with the epidural you might as well just put me in a C-section. So I'm like, But look, we'll see. She said that it's not as painful, so you don't actually need the epidural with the way that she was doing, because she basically just does something. It creates space. Said something about it creates space in the cervix, don't quote me. It creates space so then they can pop your waters, basically, to get things moving. And again, I read a lot on this whole popping waters too early. But apparently, obviously results of that, they've done a lot of research and stuff like that. So I guess, they do use this as a measure if there's any concerns of why babies haven't come yet or whatever. And I have to also see how I feel, because I might be so uncomfortable that I'm like, give me anything, these babies need to come out. But you see, all these things are going on in my head, and I'm like, either way, I'm surrendered to it because it's already happened. That's a really good way of looking at it. So we're just going to see. We're going to go with the flow. But I said, ideally, obviously, at home with a team. I don't want the team to be too full on with me. I want to be in the pool with my husband and having really dim lighting. I want a lotus birth. Spoke about lotus birth. Read a whole book on placentas and done a lot of research on placenta. She spoke about like the hemorrhaging if one of the placentas gets stuck, and I know about that. Like, my mum had that experience, which she said it wasn't very nice. They literally had to go in and grab the placenta. But again, I'm going to do a little bit more research into it. But I understand, like, I understand the complications, twin 2 coming, cord coming first, complication got to get in. So she did say, like, when I do go into labour, they will have an ambulance at mine just in case on standby. So I'm like, that's fine. Like, that's absolutely fine. So if anything does look amiss or there are any concerns and they speak to me and I'm like, okay, something feels off, I'm going to trust my body, trust my intuition, trust the experts, and then hopefully it all marries up and just works well. And then, yeah, so she said, okay, that's fine. And, she said it helps that you're down the road. I know for those who commented about me having home birth, and I wouldn't do that. I literally live parallel road to the hospital. It will take less than 5 minutes to get there. So I'm not concerned about how far I am. She said, it's great that you literally live down the road. So she said the hospital, we can get you in straight away. But obviously it's just that, that little concern on twin 2, because that's when we normally see complications. But again, I don't want to go with the precaution because, again, it could all be absolutely fine. So it's one of those things, you've just got to trust the process. So yeah, we shared that. David asked a few questions about the support system, intervention, lotus birth. Again, I'll just speak a little bit on it, but it's basically keeping the cord intact for as long as possible. So the placenta can really empty and drain at its fullest. So all the life force energy from the placenta can go into baby. And then once that's done, we're going to have a little ceremony burn. We're going to burn the cord rather than cut the cord. So yeah, and have a little ceremony for our placentas. And I possibly am going to do the whole, one of them I might go and send off and get capsules. Maybe. I haven't thought too much into it yet, read into it. The benefits are crazy postpartum. So I'm thinking I might as well do that with one, and then I wanted to do a ceremony with the other. So yeah, there's no point me doing two. So I don't think I'll need that many from postpartum. But you know, apparently they're really good. And I've even read into when you hemorrhage to eat a part of your placenta with a bit of honey and just get it down you if you are hemorrhaging, because it helps you close up, or it helps you, I don't know why that just froze just then. But yeah, talking about placenta, apparently eating part of it is really good for your body to come back into balance, stop you hemorrhaging, stuff like that. But yeah, if there's any complications with the placenta, they do say that they do cut the cord early. But this is where I'm like, yeah, I just need to read into it a little bit more, watch a few more videos, just to understand it a little bit more, and then know the risks and everything like that, of that. But look, at the end of the day, I'm also surrendered. But I just want to be able to know the knowledge of what's the best case scenario, because a lot of people just don't read into, like, even looking into keeping the placenta intact for longer and keeping the cord not uncut for and the benefits of that. So everyone just goes with what the hospitals say, and they cut it straight away, but actually it can cause a lot of complications and health concerns and stuff like in the future for baby. So literally, like, doing my research to know like what the best scenario is, if that can happen, is better, because it's like, right, this is what we know we want, but if anything happens or complications happen, and then obviously it can't happen. You know, for example, my arm's getting stuck, she had to cut the cord, it couldn't stay intact for longer than anything because of the fact that she was hemorrhaging and all of that malarkey. So just knowing everything, so then I think with that peace of mind, I fully can just surrender to the experience and surrender to what is, and whatever the birth is, it was to get my babies here nice and healthy is the key, and obviously me. And I said, look, if there's any emergency, please, I don't want any panic, even if I'm going to die, even if something really terribly wrong, just escort me. We don't need any panic or screaming or anything like that. It's just, it is going to be what it is. And she was like, wow, I've never heard anyone say it like that before. But I'm seriously, that's how surrendered I am to it. If that's part of my plan, what can you do about it? I mean, seriously, like, everything in life I feel like is destined. It's happened. It's already happening. And we can only do our best to do what's right for ourselves, but we can't control outcomes. I mean, the outcome is going to be what the outcome is going to be. So yeah, it's one of those things. But I'm happy we've had these conversations. We're going to keep looking at the scans to make sure the babies are in good positions for the home birth. And then if not, I'm quite open to the Oasis birth room. And then she said about if certain things happen, then it will be the labour ward. I didn't go into the labour ward, but it's like, I don't even want to go in there, because that will be pure just surrender. I don't even want to know about it. It just has to be on the day, and then I'll deal with it after if it's in the labour ward. But yeah, the plan B is good. Oasis going in, it's fine. But plan A is to still, if everything looks good and there's no complications and babies are engaged and they're in good positions, and there's my iron levels as well, they need to look for certain things like that, and everything's looking good, then we're going ahead. So we've got a few more blood tests to come. Got a scan on Thursday. But yes, I am still getting ready for, this is just delaying me more, for my meeting in Bromley, which I'm going to take you guys there, because that's going to be, that's part of my project that I'm working on, aside of host, with my husband. And it's a creative project that I'm very passionate about, and I can't wait to share the news. So yeah, come along with me. So basically, I do have to excuse the fact that this is literally a week later after I was filming a day in a life. So originally, I was supposed to be meeting all of the team, which I met today again. So I thought, you know, I'm going to just film one from here so you get to know my day to day. But the meeting was not where I thought it was, at the wrong time. Everything got completely mixed up. I was supposed to drop off my son-in-law's clothes, and I totally forgot. So I ended up getting all the way to Bromley, having to turn around, dropping off his stuff. Then I was really late. Stressed myself out so much, sorry it's really loud, stressed myself out so much that I ended up completely literally he's not giving me a ticket. I completely stressed myself out so much that I didn't film anything. I got the hump and I went home and went to bed. Literally slept for the rest of the day, and David took over my calls for host, which I was going to film as well. So yeah, the joys of being pregnant and getting overwhelmed. But you know what, last week was definitely a little bit overwhelming for me, and I slept a lot more last week. Had a lot more back pain, aches, pains and stuff. Then had a funeral on Friday, but weekend, had a busy weekend again, but I feel much more energized and restful today. And again, yeah, it's the same day this time next week. Last week, same day last week, this week, and again, my days are looking pretty much the same. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to continue as I am now and show you that I'm currently at the Royal Bell in Bromley, and it is being all done up. As you can see, loads of builders. I'm opposite at the moment because we're in the pub meeting the team, talking about the show that basically I'm creating at the Royal Bell. So as it's getting all done up, I might be able to get a little insight into the venue. I might go in there in a minute, see if I can go in. They are going to probably make me wear hardware, etc. But I have just rung my dad to see if he will allow me to go in. But yeah, my dad is involved in this, and I thought I'd share this with you because this is a project me and my dad have been talking about for the last 2 years. We've been discussing about doing this venue. We found that we knew the venue was on sale. We're local to Bromley, and we kept seeing it on sale. So we were like, right, we've got to do this. Like, we've always spoke about doing an event space / restaurant, so kind of like an all-in-one space. And this is kind of what the Royal Bell is. It's a hotel and members club with a cafe, a pizzeria, a bar and grill, the Great Hall, which is where we're going to put our shows on, the members area, so there's a whole members area on the first floor, and then downstairs is the members area as well, with a secret library, which is going to be amazing, and the clubhouse, which is going to show all sports and stuff for the members only. And then upstairs, because it's literally 5 floors, guys, as you can see, it's so tall. These rooms here are hotels, and those rooms there are hotels as well. And there's 14 bedroom hotel, boutique. It's like a boutique hotel. It's not like a full-on hotel. It's a small hotel, but the rooms are insane. So we've been working on this project for the last, like I said, 2 years. Dad's got a lot of people involved, but my input, I was like, I'm not going to be, at the beginning it was more getting the team together, me meeting the team, making sure we liked the investors, made sure we liked all of the operators and everything like that was coming in. And once that was sort of all done, that was done literally before I got pregnant. That's in January. We had loads of meetings in January, February, and then I got pregnant in March. And then after I got pregnant, I was like, Dad, just going to leave you to it, get everything organised, let me know when you're ready to talk entertainment. And then, I've just been pottering around, sort of telling the team about my ideas, how we need the grand hall for the show. And then, the last sort of couple of months I've been really full on now with my team. We've got like about 8 or 9 of us, I think. 6 people in the show. Me and Eliza. Excuse me. 6 people in the show, me and Eliza. Then we've got a choreographer. Then we've got a director. We've got a light designer and a sound technician. We've got a rigger. We've got a huge team as well. So that has been full operations. since being pregnant, and I have been managing to do that as well as my business with Host. But I thought I'd give you guys a bit of an insight that, you know, I don't just sit on the sofa all day every day, which some days I do, don't get me wrong, but when I feel energized and I feel good, I'm constantly like working on this project, I'm working on Host project. This morning I was working on Host, I was working on a bit of Host, and then the afternoon, sort of midday, I was then working on all the outfits, sorting all the outfits for the dancers, making sure they're ordered in time, because literally we have, guys, I swear it's like, what's the date today? It's the 19th of August. 9th of August. Our first performance in front of the owners is on the 25th of September. So we've literally got a month to prepare. So it's all go, go, go. And then the actual opening soft launch is the 3rd of October. And then the main opening is the 11th of October. So yeah, we're all full steam ahead. And while I'm literally bumping like this, but yeah, today again, I also had another midwife appointment, whereas last week I had my consultant at the hospital. But my midwife appointment went well. She heard both heartbeats. She was happy with everything. Quite a simple midwife appointment. So I went from working at home to the midwife appointment to the Royal Bell. I've literally just got one more meeting with the general manager now, just to okay the boxes that I've purchased. And I've just purchased them out, which I'm showing you some footage. I've probably shown you some footage already of the boxes, to make sure that they're okay and they're good to go, because I ordered 2 and we need 100, because 100 people fit in the venue. And everyone's getting a personalised box each for their food, which is going to be unreal. So just got to finalise that before I order the 100 boxes. And that's literally about it, I think, today. I don't think I'm needed for anything else. But yeah, it was the head chef that was in there as well that I was speaking to see how many do we fit, one person in there or two people's food in there, one person's food in there. But it is 1 per box, which I actually hoped for, and now I just need to make sure that the budget works. But don't say anyone, if anyone's come in to the Royal Bell, don't say it's not a value, because there's a lot of time and effort that's going into these boxes, into the food, so everyone can have a little bit of food while they watch and be entertained by our show. So I'm going to go back in now and just make sure that's finalised, and then yeah.
So pizza in.
I love the brickwork at the back. Yeah. Pizza ovens behind me.
So you're going to run all the shots yourself? Yeah.
I say not myself. I've got like a team of like 10 of us. Oh, this is so nice. I love the colour. Oh my goodness, guys, this is going to be so good. See what's going to come down here. Nice in the bar.